friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to show you how I made my merch. This has been requested quite a few times, so I thought I'd finally get around to showing you. I am wearing some new merch here. This isn't the one in the video, but this is up on my store now if you guys want to see this. I think it's super cute and it looks really nice with this headband, which I am loving. But yeah, I'm going to show you how I make my merch. You do need Builders Club to be able to do these items, so you can't make shirts or pants if you don't have Builders Club, unfortunately. So if you don't have that, you won't be able to follow this tutorial, but this is just for people who, you know, have Builders Club, they're not sure how to make clothes. They're very basic clothes. I'm definitely not an expert. I made these jeans though today. I am quite proud of them. Like, they actually look like jeans. Like, I made these. Like, how cute. But yeah, guys, stick around if you want to know how exactly I make my merch. So the first thing you're going to want to do before you start making any clothing is find the Roblox template for clothes. You can do this by just googling Roblox shirt template or Roblox pant template. Usually I just search Roblox shirt template, find this first one, and then if I click on this, it will take me to the actual page on the Roblox developer website. So here you can see we've got the shirts and we've got the pants. Did I do that right way around? Yeah, shirt and pants. So I'm going to start with a shirt. So what you're going to want to do is you just want to save these onto your computer, and these will just help you see exactly where you need to put things on the clothing, and they have these little guides here so you can see where each one of these colours would go on the character. Once you've got both of those saved, I'm just going to open it up in Photoshop, but you can use any like online alternative for this, whatever's easy for you. I have Photoshop, so I'm able to use that, so I'm going to open them up in there. So here we are in Photoshop now. As you can see, I've got the template open here, and the first piece of clothing I'm going to show you how to make is just your basic crop top. So I have opened up one of the crop tops I made previously just as kind of like guidance, because once you've made one you can use that as a template to make more than one. So I am just going to copy and paste this into my other page. So if we look on here on the template, I'm just going to paste it into here. That looks about right. So that is the crop top. So as you can see here, the sizing of the crop top is a little bit above this waistband here. So this waistband here is where the bottom of your Roblox character is, so before the legs here. So if I go onto Roblox, so if I show you my character here, this line is literally like the joint of my body. It's really hard to show you. I don't know how I can show you easier. Let me head into a game quickly and show you. So let's see what games we can head into. I don't want to join anybody's game. I'm not going to go into Bloxburg, it takes too long to open up. Let me just open up Sizzleburger. We'll just head into here and see if I can show you in here what I mean by this. Okay, so we are in Sizzleburger. The lighting's a bit weird in this game, but if I show you what I mean, so that line is here where this joint of the body is, so that's where the crop is. So you want it to be above that line, because otherwise you kind of just looks like a normal t-shirt really. It'll just cover up your trousers. So that's that line, and then this is like the bottom line of the top, so that is this line down here, and that's like the joint of your waist. So just kind of reference there for you. So that's usually where you'd put the top of some pants like this, like your jeans, you'd have your buckle and stuff there. If I just show you quickly an old piece of merch I made which went kind of wrong, so we just head back onto Avatar. So when I was first attempting to make the jumpsuits, I really struggled with these lines. So if I show you the first one I ever made, so if we head down here, because unfortunately an issue with Roblox is if you make any like pieces of clothes that you don't like and you have issues with, they're just automatically in your inventory and everybody can see them. That's why my inventory is off. I wish I could have it on so you guys could see the nice clothes I have, but I really don't want you to see all the ugly ones. But if we head down here to some of like my old pieces, so this one here was like the first one I made. If I put this on and just reset myself in Sizzleburger, I can show you the issue with it. So just reset character. So as you can see here, it doesn't look too bad, I guess. I mean, my t-shirt's on top of it, I forgot about that. The line of the jeans, like there's so much gap under here, and the line of the trousers is literally where that join is. And what you need to do is have it come above that line so that you just don't have this like awkward bit like on the side where my body's like just tucked over the jeans and stuff. Like, you just kind of need to cover it up a bit, but we'll get onto that once I go onto trousers. So let's head back out of Roblox now and back into Photoshop. So hopefully that little tangent I went off on there kind of explained like some of these lines a bit to you. I don't really know if it made any sense, but we're going to start with like a basic crop top like this. So with Roblox, what happens is all of the bits in these squares are what would show up on the clothing. So if you go out of any of these lines, this is not going to show up on the clothing. So I'm just gonna use this as like a guideline for my crop top. So let's see. We start with like a basic rectangle across like this, just covering everything. And then we decide what kind of colour we want the crop top to be. I'm just going to make a new layer as well so we don't just paint on top of this. So say I wanted to make, I don't know, for example, a nice yellow crop top. First of all, I'll just show you like a plain coloured crop top, and then I'll show you how I add fabrics and stuff, doing like the kind of gingham fabric that I've used before. So if I start just by a plain crop top, colour this in yellow like so. So that'll be a yellow crop top. And then to make my little straps, you kind of have to work it out on this piece first. Like this is the best piece to work it out on, so you can see this is where like your shoulder is. So you want it to be a bit further in, and this would be like where your neck is. So I just, you know, use a little line like this to kind of work out my strap on my top. So I'm just going to copy these, just duplicate it, copy and paste. And stick that there, so you can kind of see, like I say, once you've like made your first crop top and you can work out where these things are going, it's going to be much easier for you. So now we've got the 4 straps there, and then this bit is like on your shoulders here, so you need the strap to go carry on over to reach the other side. So I'm just going to paste some more of those on there too, and just completely cover it where I have the pink, so you can get a nice template. So once you start doing this, because you won't have like the template that I have of having my own crop top already, you might have to do a bit of trial and error. You know, you might have to put it on a game and see if you need to move anything up and down. So I definitely start by just making the basics first, so the shape, and then uploading that before you get too into it and do all like design and stuff, because you know it might not turn out how you want it to. So now I'm just going to, you know what, I want to get rid of these bits down here. So I'm just going to go on this back layer and just completely select all this kind of lighter colour, and then go on the yellow layer and just delete those. So now we have each little bit of the shirt, and then now that I have the shirt set up, I can turn off the background, and now we have our little crop top like this, and it looks super duper cute. And then I just usually put a font on mine. So the font I'm using is called Press Start 2P Regular. I think I might have got this from the font, which is just a website that you can get loads of fonts from. So if I just search the font in Google and bring it up here, you can just like get loads of different fonts from on here. So I think it's from this, what was it called? Press Start 2P. Let's search Press Start. Let's see, yeah, so it's this one here, Press Start, oh no, it's this one, Press Start 2P, so I don't know, they look the same to me, maybe, oh yeah, he's reworked some bits, I guess. So yeah, that's the font I use for my kind of like spookles branding, and I'm just going to put, you know, my name on here. At the moment I've just been putting I Heart Spookles because it looks pretty cute, and you know, I'm going to do it in all capitals, and then we'll just pop it in the middle of the shirt like this, and then we'll put spookles underneath. And this font size that I'm using, let's check just so you can see. I've got it in size 12. And just move it until they touch like this. And then we have our I Heart Spookles crop top, which is pretty cute. I need to just make sure these are central actually. There's the centre for that one, and here's the centre for that one. So I usually do one of them a different colour to the other, just because like they're kind of blending in. So I'm going to do the I Heart in like an orange colour maybe. Like a nice orange. What's that look like? Needs to be a bit brighter. And you just play around with colours and work out what looks best for you. I accidentally made a text layer there. Get rid of that. Make it a bit darker maybe. A bit darker this way, let's see. That's not bad, that's quite cute. So there's our first shirt, and then I'm just going to save this as a PNG, because then you have the clear background here. Do make sure you take the template off the background, otherwise you'll save it with this one and all these colours will show up on your character, which you do not want. So take the background off until you've got like nothing in the background, and then you want to save it as a PNG, not a JPEG, because JPEGs will put a white background behind it and then you'll have all white on your character. It needs to be a PNG. So I'm just going to save this into my merch folder, and I'm just going to call it Yellow Spookles Crop Top. That'll do. And next I'll show you how I would make like a gingham version of this with fabric, and this is super simple, guys. So all I do is I head onto Google again, and I'm literally just going to search yellow gingham fabric, look on images and just find a good piece of fabric that's kind of what I want to use. So this one's quite good. We'll just grab this, copy image, stick that here in Photoshop, and we're gonna make it nice and small, not too small though. It needs to be a bit bigger than you'd think it'd be. When I first made my first pair of gingham trousers, I made the fabric really tiny and it was like too much. So usually when I come in like a square size like this, I will just make that square the size of the t-shirt, so like this, and then just go by this size, like that's usually okay. So just move that over a bit, and then you literally just, oh no, I don't want to paste that again. So then I'm just going to copy that square and just keep pasting it until I cover the shirt area. So it's best to have a template like this first of where you're going to want to put the fabric, and then you want to do it on the sides of the top as well. So once the shirt is completely covered like this, I'm just going to move the eye heart back up so it's on top of these, so you can see it above all of these layers. So let's just put it on the top layer, that'll do. We'll move spookles up as well, wherever spookles is, just going through my layers, spookles, we'll move that up as well. And it looks like we're going to have to change the spookles colour because it is not showing up on this gingham. So I'm just going to make it a nice pink colour. I like a pinky red more than a pinky purple. Will that do? Let's have a look at that. That's quite nice, so we'll go with that. There we go. And now I'm going to change the colour of the straps because they don't really go with this so much. So I'm just going to grab this little like pipette tool, grab this yellow here, and then we'll just grab the straps like so. Did that get them all? I guess so. And we'll just, oops, that did not. That was not what I want to do. I want to grab the straps, and then we're just going to colour over these with that yellow now so it all goes together, and then put the I Heart spookles back on, and that is top number 2. So again, I'm going to save this as a PNG file in my merch folder. So we just want PNG, and we're going to call it spookles yellow crop top 2. That will do. Now if I wanted to turn this top into an off the shoulder top, which I do quite a lot, I'm going to first of all get rid of the straps, we won't need those, and turn my template back on so I can come down here and see the arms for the top. So as you can see on the arms here, these are the hands, so we don't need to cover these, and these are the shoulders, so we do need to cover these in fabric. Actually, I lied to you there, we're not going to need to cover these, I'm doing it an off the shoulder top, so of course we don't want to cover the shoulders. So ignore that, but if you were making a normal shirt, you would cover these, you wouldn't leave them blank. So here we have one of my crop tops I made already, and what we need to do is kind of work out on the arms where the sleeve would go. So let me see. So what I kind of need to do is get this bit here and copy, and what I might actually do is I might just have like a tiny little off the shoulder sleeve. I think that would look quite sweet. Kind of need to work out where it is. So this line seems to be about the same distance away as this one, so we're gonna kind of go by that, and that, I guess that will do. We'll put that there. We want to, I've completely moved that, haven't I? Copied that, paste it, let's put one back up here. We didn't want to move that completely, just put that back in there. But now we're just going to paste these all the way along the arm until we have this whole sleeve done, and then I'm going to just merge these, so merge visible, and I'm going to grab this, so edit, copy, edit, paste, and paste it onto this arm. Oh, we're missing one. That's okay though, we'll just stick another one on, it's fine. And then there's another little sleeve, just move that over. And if you wanted to do like a full length like I've done before, as you can see on here, do I have the template on this one? Yeah, so if I put the template on, as you can see, I put it all the way down to here, but not on the D because that would go on your hands, which is not what we do not want. So just all the way down to the bottom of the line. So that is going to be my off the shoulder top. And so again, I'm just going to file and save as yellow spookles crop top off shoulder. That'll do. And again, we'll save it as a PNG. Okay, so if we move on to pants now, here we have the pants template. So this is the torso, so we still have the torso on the pants, but these are the legs down here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that top we have just made. So I'm just going to grab that, copy it, and we're going to put it onto the pants template. So you can't have arms on the pants templates, you have to do those on shirts. So we're just going to have the body bit. I need to kind of work out where this should be because we want it to line up exactly with the t-shirt, but we're just going to have to wing it and hope for the best. So let's see, does that look about right? If we turn this on, let's have a look. So it's a bit higher up. We kind of just need to work out where exactly the shirt needs to be. That looks about right actually. So that's ever so slightly higher up. That looks perfect. And these bits down here are actually going to come quite in handy. So if we just grab these and we edit, copy, edit, paste, what we can do is we can move these and use these to completely cover the legs really quickly. So if we just put that all the way down to the little ankles down there, if we grab this lot and we can move those upwards, that would be good. Move those to the top, edit, paste, we'll have another set just to go in the middle. We need to work out where that will do quite perfectly. So there's the trousers, and we need to cover this little top bit here. So now that that's completely covered, I'm going to take the background off. I'm going to merge visible so it's all one piece of clothing. So just merge visible. So once that's all merged, I'm just going to go back onto here, and we're going to need to cut out a space down here for where the shoes are going to go. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. See, that's where the shoe should be. Okay guys, so this is a later version of Spookles. As you'll see later in the video, I forgot to do something very important when I was making these trousers. I've come back to do it now so that you guys don't make the same mistake, because I figured if I left it till the end, you probably already made these things without seeing that bit and you'll all just make the same mistakes too. So I forgot to put the bit of the trousers up here. I literally put the legs on and just went. I forgot to actually do the top bit of the trousers, which is so silly. So we're going to come back into the game and do it now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a piece of this gingham fabric again, just like a line like this. So I'm just going to copy that and paste it, and we're going to just put that under here. Now you don't want to make too big of a gap, which is a mistake I made to start. You literally only need like the tiniest gap ever, like that will do. That's perfectly okay for the gap in the trousers. And then I'm just going to paste a few more versions of this just to cover up these squares completely. Okay, they're completely covered, and I'm just going to grab this back bit here just to cover up the underneath. So this is like under here, this orange bit, so you need to cover that up too. So just paste that and cover it and put it on top of this bit that says down, because this is the bottom. It might take two of those to cover it. And now back to the mess that I was doing earlier where I forgot to do these bits. I'm so sorry about that guys, it was so daft of me, but I'll explain later in the video what I did. Now I'm not going to show you how to make shoes guys. I'm going to link the video that I used to learn how to make mine down below, because I don't think the shoes I made are that great and they're kind of complicated, so that video will explain a whole lot more. So let me just open up my shoes. So the shoes are in there now, and that length's pretty okay. So up to that like dotted line seems like a pretty okay length. So what I do now is I turn the background off again, and we will save this once again as a PNG file. So I'll just save this as yellow gingham jumpsuit as a PNG, save, and there we go. There are our 3 pieces of merch. Let's head back into Roblox now and upload these to the game. So I'm going to upload these clothes to my store in my group. So how I do that is I just go on my group and create or manage, but if you don't have a group, you would literally just go on to create and you would go on to, let's have a look, shirts or pants, and you would do it this way. So you'd upload it on here once it loads up. So you just choose your file and upload it on here, but I'm going to do it in my group so I can put it in the store. So I'm just going to go create or manage group items, and we're going to upload the shirts first. And as you can see here, here's like all the attempts of shirts I've done and stuff that may not have made it onto my catalogue, because you know you've got to upload them in the game to see what they look like. So I'm just going to find the yellow gingham shirts that I've been working on in this really messy merch folder. I'm so bad at being organised with folders, so sorry you had to see this, but here's the yellow one. So let's start with this off the shoulder PNG, and we'll just call it I Heart Spookles Crop like I always do. That's just like a standard name that I have for shirts, and we'll upload that PNG file. I just realised that the first shirt I made, I didn't even save it as a PNG file after telling you guys to do it, so I better go back into Photoshop and save that properly. So I've now uploaded all the items we've made into Roblox. So obviously I've put the pants I made into the pants section, and I put the shirts that I made into the shirt section. And now what I'd usually do is I'd just configure these. So I'd click this little cog here and then just open configure. I usually open it in another tab because it's hard to get back again once you go on this. And then I just put a description for my shirt. So usually I just put something like, get your hands on some super cute spookles merch, exclamation mark, and then just copy this, copy and save that, and then I'll go into all the others and just paste that as the same description for all the ones I'm uploading. So I'll just do that now. So now that I've put the description in all of these, if you're going to sell these pieces of merch, this is where you do it. I usually wait until the clothing is completely uploaded before I do that, because sometimes Roblox can block things for absolutely no reason, like they blocked some t-shirts I made earlier for no reason. But this is where you'd sell them, and this is where you can put them in categories and stuff. So now that I've put the descriptions in all of them and they're all configured, it's just a waiting game for Roblox to upload them. So if I go into my catalogue here, as you can see, oh, they're actually loaded in. What has happened to the trousers? Oh my god, I've done I've done exactly what I told you guys not to do. This is not how I've messed up these trousers, guys, completely. What have I done? The other bits are in, except I've ruined the trousers, so let's head back into Photoshop and fix these. Okay guys, so I've now hopefully fixed that issue. I'm just going to upload the new version in here without that big problem. See, now that's the issue with Roblox, that is stuck in my inventory for everybody to see. So that's why my inventory is turned off, so you can't see all the mess that is things that I attempted to make that just did not go well at all. So I'm just going to upload that now as pants, not a shirt. I almost made a big mistake there as well. Let's upload it as pants. Okay, so I have now re-uploaded those pants. I'm just going to wait for this all to load into the game, because I think if I put this on you won't be able to see it. Let's see. No, so I've not quite loaded in yet. Don't look at me, guys. So I'll get back to you once these clothes have loaded into the game. So this is the outfit we just made in game. I think it looks super cute. So these are the pants, and this is the off-shoulder top that I made. I really like how this looks out. The sleeves are a little bit longer than I thought they would be, but I quite like them. So I'm super happy with how this has turned out, and I hope you guys liked it. So that is the end of today's video, guys. I hope this helped you in any way. Please do like and subscribe if you did enjoy the video, and comment down below with any future ideas for videos. You know I love hearing your guys' ideas. And thanks guys, bye! Mwah.